there. We're going to go over some really basic poses to get you guys started and introduce you guys to yoga. So we're going to go over some poses that will help you transition into a longer practice and some longer poses. So what I'm going to have you try to get is anything that can represent a block like this. It could be a weight that you're going to stick, that you can put your hand on, that's nice and steady. It can be a hydro, anything like that. You can have a dish towel or a strap, a belt, a tie, anything like that. You're going to have these around to help you to stretch a little bit further, balance a little bit better. So we're going to start on our feet. We're going to come up to the top of your mat or the top of your towel. I'm going to face this way. I'm going to switch positions every once in a while just so I can show you alignment. But we're going to stick our toes to the top of the mat. We're going to press down with the four corners of our foot. The four corners of our foot are the sides of our heels and the sides of the ball of our foot. So we're going to press down. We should be able to wiggle your toes. We don't want to grip the mat because then that makes a cup in our foot, that air in our foot and the arch of our foot, and we're not going to be able to balance as well. So we're going to press down with the four corners of our feet. Toes are nice and light. We're going to press back with our knees. Pull in through your belly. Shoulders are going to drop down. We're going to feel our spine stretching all the way up to the sky. Top of the head is stretching to the sky. And we're going to take some nice, long, big, deep breaths here. We're going to press down with your feet so you feel nice and strong in this pose. You should feel like you're engaging your quads, your lower back, your belly, your upper back, and your chin is slightly tucked down. I like to have my palms facing forward so I open up my shoulders. This should feel like you're engaging a whole heck of a lot, but yet you can breathe nice and deeply. Let's go in for an inhale. So we're going to still make sure that we're keeping our lower belly tucked in, and we're going to inhale up. We're not going to arch on this one. So we're bringing our palms together if that doesn't hurt your shoulders. If it does, bring your arms apart and drop your shoulders down. Taking that nice big inhale. And then as we dive down, our exhale, we're going to stick your hips out, keeping your belly still engaged. We're going to slowly drop down, tucking your chin. This is where you can use your blocks or maybe your weights. So I'm going to use my blocks. If I can't get my hands all the way down to the ground, I'm going to use my blocks and I'm going to keep myself here. So go to where you're feeling the biggest stretch through your hamstrings all the way up through your lower back. Again, I'm going to tuck my chin and see if I can get my forehead to my knees. Every exhale, I'm going to see if I can relax a little bit further down towards my knees. Maybe one more deep breath. See if you can get your forehead just a little bit closer. Maybe your hands relax down to the ground. So we feel the engagement as we come back up. I'm going to have you have your hands on your hips. We're going to press down really, really hard with your feet. We're going to feel our core engaged as we come up nice and strong in your legs. Inhale again. Arms up to the sky. Exhale, you're going to take your hands down to your heart or back to our mountain pose. Relaxing your shoulders down, but we're still feeling nice and strong. Let's do that one more time. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Find what you need, tucking your chin. Do you need your blocks? Do you need your weights? See if you can relax just a little bit more down to your knees. Taking your hands to your hips, feeling the engagement in your core, pressing down with your feet. Inhale, come on up. Bring those arms up with you. Inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart or down by your side. So let's add on to that. We're going to inhale, and this time what we're going to do is we're going to grab either elbow. And we're going to grab those elbows, still keeping our core engaged, still pressing down with your feet. Inhale, and this time we're going to exhale over to the right, but we're going to keep that shoulder open, so we don't want to fold forward, We're opening up. We're just gonna breathe right here. Inhale, straight on up. Maybe switching your arms. And exhale, let's go over to the other side, keeping your core engaged, pressing down with your feet. And coming up, inhale, exhale, let's relax your arms down. Let's come back to the top of your mat. Again, toes are facing forward, back to our mountain pose. This is always where we're gonna restart a flow or a practice. I'm gonna face you, but you guys can still face this way. I just wanna show you what I'm doing here. We're gonna go into tree pose. So tree pose is a nice pose to, again, feel how flexible you are in some places of your body and maybe not others. And then also engagement of the core. Everything we do in yoga has an inhale or an exhale, and it all requires a nice and strong core. So this time what we're gonna do, let's relax this right leg. We're gonna press down just with the four corners of our foot on the left side, sitting up nice and tall, engaging your belly. What I like to do is try to focus on something maybe a couple feet in front of me. So I'm not going to be looking around. I'm looking straight down at the ground, and I'm still engaging my core to balance, but I'm staring at something on the ground down there. So this tree pose is a way that we're going to feel nice and strong. Nice strong tree trunk in that left side. Let's take the right foot and we're going to bring it to your calf. The final pose, don't go there yet, but the final pose is you're going to bring it above your knee. What I don't want you to do is press on the inside of your knee. So it's always going to go below your knee or above your knee. So we're going to start with it below your knee. We're going to see if we can open up that right knee to the side, and we're going to keep our hands down here, and we're going to keep our focus looking forward. Keep pressing down. If you feel yourself wobbling around a little bit, press down with the ball of your foot, press down with the heel of your foot. Feel nice and strong on this left side. If you feel like you're balancing nice, you can bring your arms up into tree branches. And then let's release that with an exhale. Very nice. Feel the difference. Can you feel the difference between your left side and your right side right now? Let's balance everything out by going on to the right side. So we're going to press down with the ball of your foot and the heel of your foot on the right side this time. Left side is nice and light. Let's pay attention. Am I engaged in my core? Are my shoulders nice and relaxed? Have I found a place to gaze at and find my focus? I'm going to take this left leg. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to place it on that calf, remembering I'm not placing it on my knee. It's either above your knee or below your knee, but we're going to start with it below your knee for good alignment, and we're going to press open your left knee to the side. If I feel nice and balanced here and I'm pressing down with my foot, this right leg feels nice and strong like a tree trunk. Maybe I'll decide to bring my arms up, maybe into a different tree branch. They can come down to your side, straight up to the sky, opening up, whatever feels really good for you. Taking some nice deep breaths here. And then let's come on down. Let's go back to mountain pose. I'm going to face this way for you. Let's just do a forward fold. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Tucking your chin. This time we're going to practice what's a gaze pose. So we're going to take our hands to your lower shins. I am engaging my belly. My back is like a tabletop, and I'm pulling the top of my head to the opposite end of the room, but I am going to tuck my chin just a little bit. So again, here in this gazing pose, I still feel nice and strong. Then let's exhale, tuck your chin. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to your heart or down by your side. So now we're going to go into pencil. We're going to stretch out this quad and your hip flexor that gets pretty tight. So again, let's go ahead. We're going to balance nice and strong on this left leg. Then we're going to take the ankle and the foot of the right leg into your back hip. And I'm going to keep my knees nice and aligned. So I'm not out here, I'm right here, nice and lined like a pencil, and I'm gonna keep pulling my ankle up to my hip until I feel a good stretch from my hip flexor all the way through my knee. I'm gonna pull that forward. Maybe I press my hip just a little bit forward. I'm gonna stay here nice, take some nice long deep breaths, and I'm focusing forward. If you're feeling nice and steady here, you can go ahead and bring that left arm up to the sky. And let's come on down. Let's release that. Shake it out a little bit. You should feel a difference between the right and the left side. So let's balance it out. Press down with the right foot. Toes are nice and light. Pull in through your belly. Find my gaze. I'm going to take this left ankle up into my left hip. I'm bringing my knees together. Maybe pressing this left hip out just a little bit. I'm going to keep pulling my ankle every deep breath. I'm going to keep pulling my ankle into my back. Taking some nice long deep breaths here. Maybe if I'm comfortable, I'm going to take this right arm up to the sky. Very nice. Let's come on down. All right. We're going to go into one more pose before we end here. We're going to go into down dog. So down dog also will end up being a resetting pose, maybe even a relaxing pose eventually. So we're going to take our nice big deep breath in. We're going to exhale our hands down to the ground, shins or blocks. If your hands aren't down to the ground, go ahead and bend your knees, and we're going to take our hands all the way down. I'm spreading my fingers out nice and long, and I'm going to walk both feet back into a plank. So I'm here in my plank, and I'm pulling in through my belly. It's nice and strong. Then I'm going to use my belly and my lower belly and my core, and then I'm going to try not to use too much of my arms or my legs, and I'm going to keep lifting my hips up, using my core. I'm sticking my hips up to the sky. My feet should be hip width apart. My fingers are spread nice and long, and I'm pressing down with my heels, and now I'm here, down dog, tucking my chin, looking through my legs. Let's come up onto the balls of your feet. Now I'm going to round my back, pull in through my belly, drop my heels down, and see if I can get my chest just a little bit closer to my knees. If there's any pain in your shoulders at all, you're gonna walk your down dog a little bit closer together instead of further apart. And we can just walk it out just a little bit. And then we're gonna look at your hands, and we're gonna walk our feet up to a forward fold, tucking your chin. Inhale, exhale, hands down to your heart. So practice all of those poses, practice engaging your belly, practice pressing down with your feet, and we'll have a couple more videos for you guys to practice some stretches on the ground, and then maybe we'll progress to a flow.